Attention, 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 please. Would all participants of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast please report to their stations? I repeat, would all participants of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast please report to their stations?
Checking in.
I repeat, that means all participants must report to the stations immediately.
What?
We have just made an announcement that all participants of the Jonathan Brandmeier Show must report to their stations immediately.
Okay, I'm anxious to get here because I want to talk about my new knife collection.
Oh, Johnny, oh, Johnny. Where are you, Johnny? Are you somewhere in the air? I wish I could see you. But are you really there? Oh, Johnny. Oh, Johnny.
That was the biggest push song I've ever heard.
I'm about to whip Brandmeier's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip Brandmeier's ass. He thought that I was a man. Now I'm gonna have to smack Johnny's can. Oh, I'm about to whip Brandmeier's ass. You hear me, Sweeney? Good. Real good.
I hear you.
Adios.
She's frightening. What up? Ooh, we are. Call it what you want. It's a showcast. We're here. My name is John Francis Brandmeier, and that woman on the voicemail is about to whip my ass. I'm about to whip Brandmeier's ass. I love that lady. What is this?
I'm about to whip
Brandmeier's
Brandmeier's ass.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to whip Brandmeier's ass. He thought that I was a man. Now I'm gonna have to smack Johnny's can.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
I'm
right.
about to whip Brandmeier's ass.
Yeah, honey.
You hear me, Sweeney?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Real good. Adios.
I'm about to whip Brandmeier's ass. All right, here we are, 833 Loon Line. That's the voicemail, by the way, for that. You know where to find us, brandmeiershow@gmail.com, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. Sign up, subscribe, rate, whatever they're calling it these days. We're everywhere. That's where we're everywhere. But we're still in our basements. Now, that's that bad part. And as you heard us say, I'm glad we're on because I want to talk about my knife collection. What the hell are you talking about now? Really, what are you talking about?
I've just put the final touches, added the last two items to my stiletto collection. And I've got a display case. It shows them all there. They're quite beautiful. They all look the same except for the color. And I got it for free. And I'm telling you, I'm not really a knife guy, but I signed up to a couple of
Well,
prepper.
how could you not be a knife guy if, in fact, you just said you have a knife collection?
Well, I'm about to explain that to you. Right. That's what I'm about to explain. Right. The irony that involved is massive.
Go ahead.
I subscribe to several prepper websites.
Oh.
Well, I like to know what the preppers are up to. I mean, I'm not a prepper myself. I don't have time to do that stuff. Yeah. But I feel better if I know how things are going for the preppers. And because ultimately, they're preparing for an apocalypse of some sort.
Right. If there's ever any time to be a prepper, this would be the time. You know what I mean? Think about it. You put it to the test. This is the time. Go ahead.
The apocalypse is here. I mean, it's a question of social unrest and civil disobedience. Or will the volcano in Yellowstone Park explode? And that would put an end to all our everything. All our systems would go down, electric, everything. So anyhow, because I did that. Because I did that.
What are you reading that would say that if the geyser goes up, we're all going down? What'd you just say?
Guys, there is a super volcano that has been restless for the past 10 years in Yellowstone Park. Mm-hmm. If that volcano explodes, the super volcano, it will literally paralyze the country. From side to side, you'll get ash and life will be disrupted for quite a long time. Mm-hmm. Somehow the patriots and the survivalists got my email, and I started getting emails. And what they want to do is they want to give you things. And the easiest thing to give you is a knife. So every day I get an offer for a free knife. Every day. And here's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I got it here.
Here's what sounds like.
Here's what the email sounds like.
Okay, go ahead.
The stiletto has been proven as a brutal offensive weapon in actual bloody combat. Stealthy, deadly. Yeah, this is a damn scary knife. One that sends shivers down the spine of any sane man. Don't believe it? Well, that's why I want you to prove it to yourself on my dime. Here's how you're going to do that. Get an enforcer in your hot little hands. Then invite your buddies over for a beer. Tell them you've got something special for them. Don't let them know what you're talking about. Just keep your little secret to yourself. Let their curiosity build. When they arrive and settle in and you've got their full attention, casually draw the enforcer smooth and quick from your pocket and then flip it open. I swear, if your pals don't jump back in terror, if their eyes don't bug from their head, if they don't scream like little girls and then laugh their heads off at their own fear, well, then I'll eat my hat. Oh, yeah, and I'll also give you this awesome knife. Yep, it's yours for free. More on that in a bit.
Yeah, no, there's no more on that. That's enough of that shit. Oh, I'm going to put a butter knife in Buzz's head and that guy's head.
Oh, my God, there's a butter knife in your head.
That's right. That's where it's going to be.
This guy just keeps sending stuff.
Okay, just say his name then. His name, that's all we need.
I don't know. I don't know.
See,
I don't care because I
just
want the free knife.
And you did get the free knife.
I've gotten so many free knives, you wouldn't believe it. They started sending them to me about 6 years ago. Because, I said, yes, send me the free knives.
I don't get it.
And I don't know how this works. They say, we want you to test drive it because you're one of the hot list members, which I didn't even know.
Of course. I knew that.
And
I don't know what kind of people you hang with or who you're communicating with online.
No one, Johnny.
But it just seems so
I'm
crazy.
Not communicating with anyone. What happens is whenever I live in a stressful situation, I start collecting things. I'm telling you, when the house burned down, in the course of several months, I acquired 20 new T-shirts.
Oh my God!
All of a samurai theme.
So let me see if I'm correct here. When you become stressed, or the world around you that you're living in is stressful, what you do is you begin to collect things to take your mind, whatever it is that causes it. You collect things. This T-shirt and now knives.
All of a sudden, everything leaves your mind except, when is that knife going to get here?
Yeah.
Boy, here it is. And that's another day of playing with it.
This all comes from you going to and thinking about and going to prepper sites. Those are the people who store everything in sight. Yeah. So when the world comes to an end, they will be ready.
I'm very close to buying a lot of superfoods from them.
Mm-hmm.
When you can't get out, when the grocery stores collapse, you can't get anything to eat, you have like 500 pounds of powder that will keep you alive and well for the next decade.
This has been another uplifting message from Mr. Buzz Kilman, ladies and gentlemen. The world is coming to an end. I just don't know when, but it is coming to an end.
Is the end near? A groundbreaking experiment taking place that has some scientists worried the Earth could be swallowed by a black hole.
It's all going to pot, whether we like it or not. Best I can tell, the world's gone to hell, and we're all gonna miss it a lot.
See it, Billy.
Oh, the whiskey in Lynchburg, Tennessee just couldn't hit the spot. Got $100 bill, you can keep your pills, friend, it's all going to pot. I got $100 bill, you can keep your pills, friend, 'cause it's all going to pot.
Yeah! I'm going somewhere if I can get some gas. All I know is this, the world we're living in right now, if you want to travel in this world, all I know is this, you want to rent a car and you want to go on vacation, good luck.
Rental car companies are facing shortages nationwide.
Americans are increasingly looking to travel to beaches, national parks, and much more remote locations this summer, locations where an Uber or a Lyft may not always be available.
The shortage fueled in part by decisions made last year when business plummeted at the start of the pandemic. Many cash-strapped rental companies sold off much of their inventories and paused new purchases. The shortage and price increases even leading some tourists to turn to renting U-Hauls instead.
That's right. They were showing the news, and now these people they're driving around in U-Haul trucks because they can't get a car.
That's a vacation.
Yeah. One guy rented a Toyota Camry on Maui last month for $700 a day. Okay? That's crazy.
I mean, for $700 a day, you stay home and have the party brought to you.
Or if someone wants to pay that kind of money, the other thing that's happening now is people are beginning to rent their own cars like they rent their houses for a vacation. Now they're renting their own cars.
What can I get for my 09 Honda, I wonder?
With no catalytic converter. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. They're also running out of gas. So there's that problem. Millions of people stuck at home for more than a year, and you knew this was going to happen. I'm telling you, man, everyone is waiting to get outside. The minute Memorial Day hits, everyone will just jump out the door. There's a job in it for somebody, though, because they're running out of gas. It's not because they're out of gas. It's because there's no truckers to deliver the gas.
Right.
Truckers are saying, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not getting 25% of the tank trucks are just parked, gone. So that's another job for somebody. If you want to be a trucker, now's the time.
Being a trucker is not easy. You got to learn. You got to do a lot of learning.
Hey, Mac, if you can give me a number to a truck school, I want to see how long it would take me to learn how to drive a truck because I'm trying to. Because one, we're being booted out of our house.
Can I ask why?
Yeah, because it's not mine.
Too many parties.
We're releasing it. I didn't know where I was supposed to live. I didn't know where I'm going to end up. And I decided I just got to build this studio, and that's it. So I built the studio, and now I'm in it. And what do? The owner said we want our house back. Oh, okay, wait a minute. What?
Really?
Yeah. So I got all that's. Believe me. You want to talk about stress, Buzz? Believe me.
No.
I got stress up the ass right now. I'm thinking of any angle I can think of. If I can get in a truck and make money driving a truck and delivering it, and I can convince Lisa to go with me.
As your partner.
Oh boy, there we go. You lost me there. Well, yeah, but remember the.
You can sleep in the truck too.
You could. That's what I'm saying. I could even have a studio in the truck. I could have could have her in the truck. I heard something. What is that noise?
That was Mac.
Oh.
Truck driving school phone number.
Let's see. Hold on a minute. Okay.
A lot of the truck driving schools closed down because of this also.
How long do you guess it would take me to learn?
Months
to learn how to drive a truck and deliver the gas that is sorely needed. Yeah. Well, now you got me going because now I know that you're stressed. I'm stressed. The world is stressed.
The most stressful thing is to be...
Driver recruiting department at Swift Transportation. Safety starts here. This call may be monitored and recorded for quality of service.
Breaker, good buddy. Anybody there? I got a smoky up my ass. See, I know how to do that. Hello?
Swift Recruiting. Job.
Hey, Joe. I'm interested in applying for a trucker school. How do I go about doing that?
What's the zip code where you live?
Where I live is 60610. That's Chicago.
Oh, are you downtown? Okay. Yeah, we have a school in Joliet that we could send you to. We'd first need to have you submit an application to us, and I can send that out to you if you'd like.
Could I ask you, what would you say, like, okay, from start, finishing the application to finish, how long do you think that would take me to get out on the road, so to speak?
Like to get out for training or to be out by yourself after?
To be out, and driving and making a living doing it.
The class starts every other week, 4 weeks of school, and then about 4 or 5 weeks of paid training on the road.
Yeah.
And that's $800 a week. Then once that's finished, you're out on your own. So from today, you certainly somewhere between 2 and 3 months till you're out there on your own.
You said $800 a week?
That's just for the training, though.
Okay. But I have to pay you $800 a week.
No, that's what we pay you.
Oh, just to train, really?
So you won't get paid while you're in school, but during that training, yeah, I mean, you're actually hauling loads for us, so we're still going to be generating revenue. We can pay you while you're doing that.
Nice. Okay. I see that, some guys bring their wife or their kids or what. Would my wife be able to travel with me, or can I have anyone travel with me? Is that up to me?
So once you're out on your own, you have to do 30 days by yourself before they'll allow it. But then, yes, you can have one person with you. They have to be older than 12, and they cannot have a CDL.
Okay.
Unless they want to work for us, then they can work for us and have a CDL.
Yeah. Now, this is just an opinion, but how do you think that works out when the guy's traveling with his wife? That seems like it might be trouble for me. It should be, it's
a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
It's a fairly small space, so it's not for everybody, definitely.
Yeah,
but
right.
if you want to take her out for a week or something, occasionally or whatever, that's But there are a lot of people that do that actually.
This is great. Thank you. You've been more than helpful. I appreciate. I'll get my application out, and thanks a lot. Do I say good buddy? Do I? What do you say? I have to learn all that, right? Like CV talk.
10-4, good. Yeah, there you go.
All right, 10-4, good buddy.
Well. From my own personal experience on CB, there are a lot more 4-letter words used than good buddy. So.
Oh, you mean like they're yelling at each other? What do you mean?
Yeah, something like that.
Like they don't want you.
People just making fun of people.
I was with a buddy of mine when CBs were hot, and he said to a trucker, "Hey, good buddy, what's the 10-4? Like whatever you say to watch out for state troopers." And he goes, "I'm not your good buddy." And then the guy, he clicked off like that. Okay, well, that could be fun, but that's annoying if you start talking to people on the CB, right?
Yeah, I used to keep mine on at all times because, if there's an accident or you need directions or something, it definitely comes in handy.
Well, you got it.
And if people start yapping, you just turn it down.
Well, you're right. Listen, thank you for the time. Truckers, man, you got to have truckers. There's no question about how you think things get from A to B. That's why we got to do it. And I'm thinking this is the time for me to move in and do it. It sounds like fun, and you've been more than helpful. Thank you very much.
You got it.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
I was a truck driving, long hauling ladies, man. My handle was the cream of the crop. Till a brouhaha over a 40-day bra brought that to a screeching stop. My wife got wind of one of my girlfriends whose brassiere had the busted seams, and she changed my handle to henpecked in a man and wife driving team.
Yeah, here we go.
In a Peterbilt prison.
They call it a Peterbilt prison.
Slowest truck owner.
Because your wife's in the truck.
She's in charge like the third shift guard of a rolling Leavenworth. The highway used to hold a lot of thrills. Now it's San Quentin on 18 wheels. Every married mile is hell in this Peterbilt prison cell.
Breaker 19. I'll tell you what, Breaker 19. Hey, good buddy, do you hear me? I gotta tell you something. This is Trucker 109. I'm out on I-94. If I see Brandmeier on the road, I'm gonna kill him with one of my stiletto knives I got from this website that a guy named Buzz Kilman was telling me about. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna cut him up. Unless he brings his wife over to the pickle park.
I love it. I got to get out. I'm already getting booted out of the house. I might as well get in the truck and just hit the road, man.
It seems very doable.
Yeah, let's go.
All now, Johnny.
Thank you. And I can play the fiddle. Yeehaw. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Get Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast merch at brandmeiershow.com. Collectible Johnny B. CDs.
Johnny and the Lisa Suit.
Coffee mugs.
It says shit show on it.
Yeah.
If you look hard enough.
T-shirts.
The T-shirt I liked.
Face masks.
The mask is the only mask I've tried on that actually will stay on my face.
Get yours now before it's all gone.
BrandmeierShow.com. Just go to that website and then hit merch.
BrandmeierShow.com.
All right. Email, brandmeiershow@gmail.com. This one says, Johnny, you had a great conversation with the former mayor of Crystal Lake, Aaron Shepley. Aaron Shepley is dead. Okay, just
Sorry to hear about this.
Second. Hold on a minute. Aaron Shepley was the mayor of Crystal Lake. He died suddenly at age 56. I know this is a long shot, but if you could attend and speak at Aaron's celebration of life, it would be awesome.
Attend?
Yeah, I can't do. I'm not going to say. Okay, so I tried to figure out because I take it seriously. They send me something like this, and the guy's passed away.
Sure.
Just a second. Aaron Shepley.
Haig, leave a message.
Haig. His name's Haig. Haig. That's how he said it. Hey, Haig. How you doing? This is Johnny B. I'm reading an email right now from you regarding the former mayor of Crystal Lake, Illinois, Aaron Shepley, celebration of life. You can call me back, 833-5JB-SHOW, 833-552-7469. But the only conversation I recall is the one where I said I'm going to go to Crystal Lake, destroy an entire area of Crystal Lake. Well, here's the conversation that I recall.
By the way, Crystal Lake is 1.25 miles long. That's 3/8 mile wide. I have a map of it. And I'm going to, Guy, do you see the map yourself, the Top-of-Zone map of Crystal Lake, Illinois?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to draw a line right on I'm going to make it on the Lakewood side. I'm going to draw a line from one end of that lake to the other, and I want you to take it over to Mayor Aaron Shepley and want him to destroy every house along that shoreline. And I'm going to build my house on that side, okay?
Okay.
Make sure he understands it. Take that envelope with the cash I gave you, and let's get that finished, because I got to get moving on that.
You want to give him a pie or a sandwich this time with the cash?
I want to give him a pie.
Okay.
Blueberry.
Got it.
All right. You got to see where I'm going to live, man. It's beautiful. I'm taking the whole shore. You got to see this. Hey, by the way, for anyone who lives in Crystal Lake, just be warned that the mayor and I have discussed this, so don't go talking to any lawyers or anything about your house. If you come home from work one day and your house is gone, I took it because I need to be happy so I can make you happy. I need to sleep at night, nice and quietly with birds around. All right? So I can't be bothered with neighbors, cookouts, or anything like that. I can't have people around me. All right? So I need to have the whole lake. And you're lucky I'm not taking the whole lake. I'm only taking one side of it.
That didn't seem like such a big request, and I got in trouble for it.
What kind of trouble?
Well, they said, can you imagine Aaron Shepley, that now departed mayor of Crystal Lake, Illinois, saying I couldn't go to the lake and burn houses down and make room for my own home so I could have some peace and quiet because I got to make people happy. How am I going to make people happy and if I'm not happy?
You got to be happy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're not going to be too happy without a house, though.
No. You see, and this is what and that's when I was going to wanted to move out of the city, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm in the same situation. Okay, I'm in the exact same situation. All right, so I don't even know.
Are you happy?
What? No, I just said I'm not.
Are you happy now?
I'm not.
There's nothing more stressful than being without your house.
You just said it, Buzz. Moving and deaths in the family. They say number one, number two. That's it. We had both of them. Okay, so
Are you happy?
No, I'm not.
Are you happy now?
No, I'm not. But wait a minute. We got to go back to that. We got to pay the proper respects. I would be uncomfortable attending and speaking at Aaron's celebration of life service party. I would just be uncomfortable. Buzz, wouldn't you agree? I mean, I can't go to someone's funeral.
No. I mean, although I have a feeling there's money to be made.
What are you talking about?
Well,
I got to charge the guy money so I can make an appearance. Hey, by the way, I'm at the funeral. Yeah, and by the way, don't forget to check our podcast out. And here's some Johnny B T-shirts you might like. I know that Aaron would have wanted you to have this stuff. What are you saying? Make money on something? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's a personal appearance, and it's endless. I mean, there's no shortage of funerals.
Oh, I see.
You can't make money now. I mean,
right.
You can't go to a bar and do stuff, but you can go to a funeral, and they're never ending.
Yeah. Okay. So you would seriously? This is a nice listener request. Now the mayor of Crystal Lake, Illinois.
I'm saying it's a very unusual request.
And he comes to me, and he says, hey, would you do me a favor? Right. The mayor really cared about you, really liked you. Would you come and speak at his funeral? Yeah, let me have you talk to my business manager, Buzz.
There you go.
Okay.
And I explained to him how
I'm a handgun. I'm a guy from Crystal Lake. I'm trying to get Johnny to speak at our funeral.
I'll tell you, $500 might get him.
You put this to see that piece of shit?
Well, you want him, not me.
I'm not charging $500 to speak at a funeral. Oh, you're at Brandmeier? What he's doing now?
I'm telling you, if you did that and promoted it, you'd have so much work you wouldn't know what to do. I'm not going to do it.
Wait a second. Now the hotline's ringing. Hello?
It's your first gig.
Hello? This could be my first. Yeah, who is this?
It's Haig.
Oh, Haig, how you doing? Hey, Haig, we're just talking about you. You're now the mayor of Crystal Lake, Illinois, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, why do you want me to speak at a funeral now? I don't understand what you're saying here. I can't do it. And Buzz said there's money in it. And he said I should charge you to do it. Can you imagine that? By the way, is there money in it or no?
Johnny, if I got to pay, I'll do it out of my own pocket for you.
See?
I go, see?
You're a great agent, Buzz.
Yeah, he is a great agent. Okay, so 10% to Buzz. Let's come up with a deal, and I'll start doing funerals. That's it. We've just made a new announcement. I am going to start doing funerals. That's it. That's it. I'm going to start doing it. I'll have
Johnny.
Yes.
So, Johnny.
Yes.
Johnny, you did about a 20 or 30-minute talk with Aaron when Crystal Lake was going to host the gay rowing races.
Oh, boy.
And it was friggin' hilarious.
Oh, boy.
And then you started muscling in on trying to buy the whole south shore of Crystal Lake and knocking it down, and you just wanted to put your own house up there.
And by the way, as I say, okay, listen, all I said was,
I'm going to draw a line from one end of that lake to the other, and I want you to take it over to Mayor Aaron Shepley and want him to destroy every house along that shoreline. And I'm going to build my house on that side, okay? Hey, by the way, for anyone who lives in Crystal Lake, just be warned that the mayor and I have discussed this, so don't go talking to any lawyers or anything about your house. If you come home from work one day and your house is gone, I took it. And you're lucky I'm not taking the whole lake. I'm only taking one side of it.
That's all I can recall.
You really should get in politics.
I know.
So are you coming... you really didn't answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you coming out or not?
You have to deliver me something for me to come there. That means you're going to give me a house with no neighbors around on the lake that holds this studio, and I will move to Crystal Lake.
You know what? I'm going to start working on
Goodbye. Have a good day.
You too. I love you.
We love you too, Mayor. There he goes. The former mayor of Crystal Lake is dead, and this guy, Haig, is not.
There is perhaps no natural sound that more completely symbolizes the call of the loon. No doubt the loons were communicating something significant to each other when they gave these calls.
Hey, Lisa, I want to talk about your husband's idea for the Viking funeral. He was discussing it on the latest podcast. I think we can all agree that it is a pretty fucking stupid idea. But there's a way to make him happy and make it so it's not this insane burden for you to drag his corpse out to a boat on a lake and then set it on fire. I mean, there's so many illegalities to that is ridiculous. So I think you should have him cremated in the normal style. So you have ashes, you put those ashes in a wooden urn, put those wooden urn onto his boat, fill that with gasoline and tinder, anchor it in the favorite spot of the lake, and then have all the Brandmeiers shoot the arrows into it. And then whoever actually does ignite the boat wins a special prize if you torch Johnny B's ashes.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck, Lisa. I feel really bad for you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you for feeling bad for my wife. Maybe it's a bad idea to have a Viking funeral, but I can tell you who's got a good idea. This guy, someone you should know, John Hinkle Jr., former NCAA bowling champ in Western Illinois. And would you tell these people how and when your father passed away, how did you honor him? How did you put him to rest?
So me and my father bowled together for the last 13, 14 years prior to his death. He's a big-time bowler, too. He bowled for about 35 years. He never had a perfect game, always had 298, 299s, never had a 300. my parents were both always there for me and my twin brother. They were always at the bowling alley. They were always watching us. So me and my brother one night went out bowling. I was like, man, we got to carry Dad on. Like, we got to get this tradition going. Like, what if we do ashes in a bowling ball? Like, figure this out.
Put these ashes of Dad in a bowling ball.
Oh, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but, you know, my dad's ashes are at my house. And when he had passed away, I kind of, man, I could probably do something crazy with this and, you know, keep Dad going.
When you went into a place and said, I want my dad's ashes put inside a bowling ball, what did they say?
Kind of like looked at me like, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
And I said, no, like, we have to make this work. Like, I want this done. And we ended up buying a capsule and put a little bit of my dad's ashes in it, dropped it in the thumb hole.
So you have the 2 fingers in 2 holes, and where's your dad? He's in one of those holes?
He's in the thumb hole. Yep, he's in the thumb hole.
Okay, I see what you did. So you put your dad in the ashes. Then now you go and you say, hey, to your brother, hey, man, we got Dad. He's in this thumb hole in our bowling ball. We all love to bowl. Then you went to a bowling alley and you bowled a 300 perfect game with your dad in the hole?
Yeah, so I bowl quite a bit. I bowl
Did you just say yes to that? You bowled a perfect game with your dad in the hole as a tribute to your father, but it ends up being a perfect game.
Right, so I haven't been able to use that ball yet, and I finally used it the first night I used it, and my twin brother was like, what's wrong with you? And I said, I got nervous, man, like, that's Dad's ball, like, so I was, like, getting emotional anyway, and I mean, my dad's in the ball, like, he's never had a perfect game.
Wow.
And then that's why, and about the 10th frame of the 300 game, I mean, I had tears in my eyes. It was pretty bad trying to bowl when I couldn't really see because my eyes were watering so much, but somehow he was there with me because the 11th ball, the 11th strike, I don't know how I struck because it was a little crazy out there, and the pins fell, and then the last ball was amazing.
That is amazing. That is amazing. You bowl with your father his whole life. He never bowled a perfect game. You honor him by putting his ashes in a ball, and you bowl a perfect game. Thanks a lot, John. God bless you and your family, man. Thanks for the time. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Here it goes. Here goes his dad.
Have something to say but no time to talk? Send us an email, brandmeiershow@gmail.com.
Oh, electronic mail.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
Email, brandmeiershow@gmail.com. Johnny, love the podcast. We are a 3-generation Brandmeier listening family. 3-generation Brandmeier listening family. I was listening to your show on the loop by the time I was 7 years old. Fast forward to 2021, now my 2 kids are enjoying the clean edits I have to make of the Brandmeier Shit Show that don't include Buzz telling stories about getting a hand job at 30,000 feet. Wow, way to score points with the kids, Buzz, man.
Well, they're kids, so what? Keep them away from the show.
Daddy, what's a hand job? It's a guy who works with his hands. Oh, okay. Right. Thank you, Daddy. You got to learn how to be creative with kids when they ask questions that are uncomfortable. You got to learn how to answer them. Okay, so he goes, of course, I wish you were still on the radio 5 days a week, but sadly, those days are over. Well, somebody can give me a radio station. Yeah. Give me a radio station. Let me run it, and I will be on it. That'd be great. It's not too much to ask, is it?
Nope.
Speaking of Buzz's Mile High Club adventures, I am surprised no one had a parody for Buzz's story.
Eduardo did something, but it was some visual on Facebook.
Oh, I think there was more than that, Buzz.
Instant request.
As the captain speaking, you'll notice that we have Chicago radio personality Buzz Gilman. He's getting a hand job at aisle 3, seat 108.
A stranger on a flight gave Buzz a hand job. A stranger on that flight stroked Buzz's stiff rod. Something in his pants was so exciting. Sometimes a hairy bush can be inviting. That forest on his sack told her she needs a view.
I'm so horny.
Eventually she fell into a slumber. She awoke and Buzz gave her a wrong cell number. For Buzz it turned out right with a stranger on that flight.
It's a true story.
Man, you're a cat.
Buzzy, buzzy, buzz. Buzzy.
So you're on the plane, a blanket comes over you, and then you come over the blanket. Good morning, Shotgun Johnny. You got me, babe. There it is. You asked for it, you got it. There it is, the stylings of Eduardo.
Nice vibrato, Eduardo.
Nice vibrato, Mr. Eduardo. Nice vibrato from Mr. Eduardo. Nice job. Yeah, there's a listener contribution for you right there. Yeah. The wacky weenies, man. Those guys are always good. BrandMeyerShow@gmail.com. What I just noticed while reading this, though, was he said if they're still around, I heard, and I need confirmation on this, that the constipated comic died.
The constipated comic, I think.
So if that's true, this was the constipated comic routine for people who don't know. And remember, he just... Once again, you use that voicemail, 833-LOON line, and you just do what you do for entertaining, not complaining. Then he would do this.
Hi, Johnny, it's me, the constipated comic. I'm holding auditions for a lesbian cheerleading team called the Lickety Splits. Those Cookie Kardashian girls, they've had more different guys in their pants than a rental tuxedo during prom season. That's all I got. I'm the constipated comic.
So once again, if he has passed away, I could have spoken at the Constipated Comics funeral.
And it would have been sort of appropriate.
Yes. His family would have said, okay, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah, but I got to charge you $500.
What?
And that's undercutting it.
So once in a lifetime.
No, I wouldn't. I'm going to go out for a funeral. It's going to be big money. I'm not going out for $500. But that's the Constipated Comic. And seriously, if that man, whoever that man is, has passed away, God bless him, his family. He was great. He made us laugh a lot.
Hi, Johnny, it's me, the constipated comic. An alarming amount of seagulls are being found dead in Wisconsin. Autopsies show the cause of death to be choking on popcorn and huge amounts of extraordinarily thick Lebanese body hair.
Yeah, you know what that was about or not? You know what that joke meant?
No. Well, by Lebanese body hair.
No. Yeah, my brother Jimmy, the hairiest Brandmeyer, we had a bet for $100. I would always make these crazy bets with my brothers out on the lake, whatever it was. I'd say, okay, $100 if you do this, $200 if you do this, just to amuse myself. I would always do it. So I said, Jimmy, I'll give you $100. And some people know the story because that's obviously the comic knew it. I'll give you $100 if you can. So we laid him down on a boat, flat, naked. Okay, he's laying on his back naked. And I don't know if you know anything about the lakes in Wisconsin or wherever you are that have seagulls. They come in like crazy. These birds come in from every angle. If you drop one kernel of corn into the lake, one kernel, and they will attack. So I said, if you lay there for 60 seconds, and we'll all time you, we're going to cover you in popcorn. Okay? And you got to lay there and let those seagulls pick at you.
And he said,
I'm in. And he did it.
Really?
Yeah.
An alarming amount of seagulls are being found dead in Wisconsin. Autopsies show the cause of death to be choking on popcorn and huge amounts of extraordinarily thick Lebanese body hair.
If anyone out there, go ahead, you're heading into summer, you're going to be out in those lakes, everybody's going to be trying to get out of their house, head out for summer. Try that bet with any of your friends. Remember, they got to be naked. Because if those seagulls come close to the gonads,
Bet's off. Bet's off.
No, that seagull has my wiener. Come back here. Now, may I say this? You know how the TikTok and the YouTube and all these hey, everybody does all these stupid, hey, take a drink of this and see if you can beat us. Try that one. Get that one trending, baby. If you're going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, videotape it.
Please.
I really want to see it. Okay?
Everybody wants to see it.
Yeah. Now back to email, brandmeyershow@gmail.com. I am just dying now hearing that my octopus teacher won the Academy Award. Johnny B talking about you made me laugh so hard. I was trying to tell my husband he thinks I lost my mind. It feels so great to laugh again. Thank you, Mo Ferrara. I love your name, though, Mo. I call her Mo. Her name's Maureen. Yeah, I'm watching like whatever I could stomach of the Academy Awards. And my octopus, that documentary I told you to watch. You didn't watch it, did you?
No.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched the awards.
Oh, you're not going to need to watch that. The lowest rated in history.
Yeah. Well, not surprising.
Lowest rated in history. They lost more viewers this year than they've ever lost before. But I don't know what episode that was. Mac, do you know what episode we talked about the octopus?
It was one of the showcasts.
Yeah, thank you. Remind me, I hope I'll be speaking at your funeral soon.
It's going to be soon.
Hold on.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Oh, my God.
Leave Johnny B a voicemail at 833-LOON-LINE.
I just don't appreciate this kind of foul language over the air.
For entertaining, not complaining.
What's up, bro? What's up, biatch?
Hey, Johnny. Hey, Buzz. Tony in Tucson. I'm just listening to some old episodes and listening to Pat. Just kind of miss her. I am worried about her, actually. Her last call sounded really depressing, and just want to know if she's okay. So I guess this message is really for Pat. Pat, you're out there. Come on, call back at least to the loon line or something. Let us know you're okay. Cause, honestly, I wasn't a big fan at first, but now I can't get you out of my head. I hope you come back. I want to know you're all right. All right, peace.
Boy.
Interesting how the listeners are worried about the other listeners on the voicemail line. It is interesting. Pat used to call, for people who don't know, and she would complain. You'd find her through the episodes. And she would complain, and he said something about her last email. So we found her last email, and this is what it was. I guess it was cryptic.
Hey, Johnny, it's Pat. This may be my last complaint, but I can't stand being old anymore, but there's nothing you can do about it, I guess. I don't know, I look at myself in the mirror and I get scared seeing myself anyway. And then what's awful is you can't go back, you can't change anything. That's the way it is. Anyway, thanks, Johnny. I've had fun doing this. I'll talk to you soon. Well, maybe not. This might be my last complaint. But I just can't stand being old. I can't. Anyway, you take care. Bye.
Yeah, so that's Pat's last call. So maybe, Pat, listen, so you heard the guy, and I'm with you on that one. Once again, I'm asking, did one of our listeners die? And is one of our listeners feeling okay? Pat, are you all right? Give us a call. You know where to find us. 833-LOON-LINE. Looks like this says Delightful Tammy on the label. If she's delightful, let's see what she's delightful about.
Hey, Johnny and Buzz. This is Delightful Tammy. I listen to you while I'm tanning and waiting for my bush to burst into flames. If you'd like to discuss this further, you can reach me at 630.
Oh, boy. I don't want to give your bushes in flames is fine. I can't help you on that one. Well, I'm telling you, man, I've only read a few emails about your story last episode about your flight. But the voicemails, too, they're all over it with you and this Buzz is flying and he gets a hand job from a stranger.
Hey, Johnny, I just finished the podcast where Buzz got jerked off on an airplane by a stranger.
I like the different words for it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, Johnny, I just finished the podcast where Buzz got jerked off on an airplane by a stranger. It reminds me that did happen to me, although the stranger was my wife, and we were traveling to Florida. And middle of summer, I talked her into it. She didn't want to do it, but I talked her into it. So the stewardess knows something's up when you ask for a blanket in the middle of the summer. So we went to town a little bit, and she's going at it, and eventually I finished. I probably would have finished earlier if the guy sitting between us would have shut up about it.
Okay. Collect to you too, my friend. Loon Line, entertaining, not complaining. 833-LOON-LINE. I did something behind your back, Mr. Buzz. And so many people asked about the handjob story that I wanted to know if anyone out there knew, of course, and we kind of hinted at it. And I recorded a lady who said she was the girl. She knew you, and you gave her the wrong number. Okay? And
could this possibly be true?
You tell me if it's true, because her story's a little different than the one you told.
We just chatted back and forth, nothing particular. It wasn't until they cleared the meal that the armrest disappeared, and it was a real shock when all of a sudden his hands were all over me. He started encroaching on my space, and I hesitate to use this expression, but I'm going to, and that is, he was like an octopus. It was like he had 6 arms. He was all over the place, and that was it. I was out of there. I got up, I got my purse, and I said, I'm going back to my seat and coach. He was like an octopus. It was like he had 6 arms.
Do you remember that? That girl, does it sound...
Let me just say, that's not true.
He was like an octopus. It was like he had 6 arms.
Because I am a squid.
I am a squid. I am Buzz. I think it was. Do you know what that's
Well, I mean, just the very fact that you went back to coach, because I certainly wasn't flying first class.
Yes, you were.
Back then.
You don't want to say it because you said you want to be. You told me you never want to talk about it because you want to be a people person. That's right.
He was like an octopus. It was like he had 6 arms.
Yes.
He was all over the place. Yep. And that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't hear anything about a hand job.
All right, Buzz. So, and do you know where that really came from?
Where?
She's talking about Trump.
Oh, really?
Sitting on the plane. I know you'd like to. Would you rather have us to stay on the topic of your...
Can we move on to Ebola?
Okay. We'll move on to Ebola then.
Can we move on to Ebola?
All right.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
How's it going, Alice Cooper?
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
Do you still throw knives before a show?
I have become like an expert. I can put like 20 knives within the size of a grapefruit.
You can really throw knives, like, accurately?
Oh, I'm dead accurate with them. One of the guys that throws knives in competition saw me throw, and he says, you could win just about any competition.
And you've not thought about entering knife-throwing competition?
You know, golf is already something I do, so I figured knife throwing is the next thing.
Look at you. Johnny B, Bix to Click. New season of Crank Yankers back. Crank Yankers, Comedy Central's Emmy-nominated Crank Yankers back with a new season this week. Up in here. And that show is, of course, the show where they make crank calls and they put puppets to it. Crank Yankers bringing the classic art of the prank phone call back to life in Yankerville. Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel, of course, produces it. He's also a voice in it. Wanda Sykes is in it.
Thank you for calling this phone. How may I help you?
I just picked up my 92 Accord from your lot, and there is a huge in the back seat.
There's a huge... Now, wait a minute. We can't say what it is in the back seat here? Wanda, what was it?
What is going on?
The FCC is taking our tongues away, Wanda.
You can't say turd on the radio?
We can, and we are.
Thank you for calling SST Towing. How may I help you?
I just picked up my 92 Accord from your lot, and there is a huge turd in the back seat.
And there's what in the back seat?
A turd, a piece of shit, a big-ass human turd in the back seat of my car.
Ma'am, I assure you, our guys did not take a dump in your car. If you want to, bring that car back and we'll take a look at it.
You want to take a look at it? My car is fine. It's that big-ass turd in the back seat.
Okay, what would you like me to do?
Okay, how about I go to your house and pitch a loaf on your couch?
Ma'am,
how about that?
Ma'am,
Huh?
what would you like me to do to fix the situation?
I want somebody to come over here, get this turd out my back seat,
That's
clean
not gonna
my
happen.
car. What do you mean it's not going to happen?
You can bring the car here and we can take a look at it.
I am. I'm going to bring it back there. You know what I'm going to do?
Huh.
I'm going to take a dump in every last car you got there.
Wanda, what was it?
You can't say turd on the radio?
Well, apparently you can't say shit on the shit show. Yes, you can. They beat that out. Wanda Sykes, one of the voices in Crank Yankers. It's back for a new season. with Wanda and Tracy Morgan's up in there.
This is Tracy Morgan, and you're listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Show. Holla at me.
Wanda, Tracy, Dennis Leary, Kevin Nealon, produced by our little pal Jimmy Kimmel, and our favorite dude, David Allen Grier. Come on now.
Oh, you gonna make me break it down. Go, go, go. Boom, she like it, boom, shaka like, Oh, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah.
David Allen Grier.
Hey, hey.
In the house.
When I say Davey, you say G. Davey, Davey. When I say G, you say Davey. I just said that again.
Oh, working it out.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to talk to you. Okay, quick. I need to take it. Y'all go ahead. I'm
going to give you something, a little slow jam for you now. This is the Soul FM. A little something slow for Mr. Grier. Breaking it down, David Allen Grier.
Let's get butt naked in the White House.
We're gonna have some conversation.
Come on,
dude, let me tell you something.
I'm going to tell you something.
No,
that's one of my favorite songs.
You are really funny. I'm used to going on radio stations, and the dude is like, "So what do you? Who are you?"
Hey, you're David Allen Grier.
Tell me something. They said you're funny. This is wild, man.
Crank Yankers, the new season this week. That's when it starts. Crank Yankers, Comedy Central. Emmy-nominated Crank Yankers. David Allen Grier. Oh, I forgot to ask him, did you like doing Crank Yankers?
Man, I love doing it, but people don't know, man. There's some days where we would do stuff where every call was great. I mean, and then there are other days where it just doesn't go. Unlike the second season, I know a lot of times that people go, "Hi, David Allen Grier." Yeah. Like they just knew who I was, you know. Because we were trying. Well, there was one bit we were trying to do where I would like call up and I go, "Miss So and So, I'm the principal from the high school. Your daughter was drunk today." My 14-year-old daughter? And I'm like, yep, she was drunk and took her top off. So we need to talk to you about that. And they would just say, "This is David Allen Grier, we know."
Right.
It's Crank Yankers. So
it just blows it, and that's it. It's
yeah, and sometimes you have to keep calling. Sometimes you feel bad because you call old people and it's like, "Leave me alone."
Right. But didn't you do it when you were even a kid, do that? I mean, I did it when I was little.
I did. But back then they didn't have caller ID. They didn't have all that kind of stuff. You know, now, like I remember I called my friend. I grew up with him. I called his house and his stepfather answered, and I just hung up. I thought nobody was there. This man called me for a month and a half. "Did you call my house? Someone from this number called my house last week, and you didn't leave a message. Please tell me who you are. I have to know." I'm like, what happened to a wrong number? Everyone is not stalking you.
It is funny. You're right about that because people do that star 69?
Star 69, and they call you back. "Did you just call me? Why did you call me?
What do you want?
Who are you?" It's like, dude, it's a wrong number, man.
See this finger?
Yeah.
It's my index. I'm not
the
flipping
middle
you.
finger.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Watch this.
And I'm offended.
Watch this.
Okay. Hello, my name is Landelius Trufell. I'm calling about your square dancing. I'd like to call some square dance. Are you looking for anybody to do some dance calling?
You're a caller?
Yes, I am. How long you been calling dancing?
4 or 5 years.
Now, can you just can I hear any of your rhymes, or when you call, can you just give me a little taste? Just a little taste, because I know it must be nice,
I got one that goes like this. You do an allemande left, an allemande there, 5 with 2 make your starman back into the middle with a back up there. Shoot that starry fool, turn right to the partner, put her my left allemande, come weave that ring.
Let me go. Now swing your partner round and round. Sniff her ass like an old greyhound. Twin diamonds, ace it, deuce it. Damn, your homegirl butt look juicy. Boom, shot, like it do. Don't sit, don't. You ain't no fool. Yeah, now. Stuff like just funky, man.
Well, now you're calling some plus calls in there.
Say,
you used AC-doocy there, and then a while ago you used load the boat.
There you go. Okay.
If you'll come by, we'll put you up and let you call a little bit.
Oh, man. Because if I got on there, I'd get your partner on the knees, tell that host on these.
Suck my fingers, suck my toes. Get in there, dig a hole. Suck it. Ow! And work it. Man, yeah, jump on in, man. Come on, get on board.
Have you got a turntable?
Boom. Oh, you know I do, man. You know I do. I'm just ready to, can I ask you, can I borrow $500?
See what?
Can I borrow $500?
You see what I mean? The turn that took was so odd.
That was my out. Let's go. You gotta get $500. They're like, what?
I don't have $500.
All right, then. I just wanted to ask. Anyway, okay, so thanks so much for all this leads here, man. I'm going to get back at you.
All righty.
Yeah.
All right, then.
And, there's comedy right there. Crank Yankers. David Allen Grier, Crank Yankers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brandmeier.
Yeah.
Johnny B.
Crank Yankers. New season 6. Debuts now, baby. David Allen Grier. Many more crazy people turning their crank calls into puppets. Real voice, fake people. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to turn my scam calls, Scambo, into a puppet. I'd like to see it. My stuff in a puppet. I don't know what that would look like. Listen, I represent the law firm of Cumbers, Kuhlman, Cumbers in Chicago, Illinois. I'm representing Jonathan Brandmeier.
Oh, you are?
Yes. Is your daughter Kelly there, please?
Why?
Well, there seems to be a problem. I guess she's misrepresenting herself as Jonathan Brandmeier's daughter at college.
No, she put down on the bottom there that she was only joking, and she said in that letter that they were talking about him, and she was talking about her own father.
I certainly don't want any trouble, and I know that Jonathan does not want this kind of publicity, but he would like you to legally change your last name.
Oh, I can't. My husband would never go along with that.
You spell it Brandmeier, correct?
Right.
You are from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Jonathan Brandmeier established that name in this territory first. And for us to drop this lawsuit and to keep this out of court, all you'd have to do is go into court, legally change your name to Brandy or Brandenheimer or Brandmeier, but just spell the name in a different way.
Well, could you give me your name, please?
Okay, Bob Cumbers. Cumbers.
Excuse me.
Well, listen, we don't have to deal with this right now if you don't want to.
I think you can deal with my attorney.
All right.
Spell your last name for me.
Cumbers. Bob Cumbers.
C-U-M.
Right. B-E-L-M-B-B.
C-U-M.
B-B-L-E-B.
L-B.
B-L. B.
Spell it again, please. I'm really upset.
C-U-M-B-L-B-E-M. E. B.
Cumbers.
K. This K at the end, then. It's the K.
C-U-M.
The K silent.
Pardon.
The K silent.
Huh?
The K silent.
Okay, C-U-M-B.
K-B-L-M-B.
Yeah.
K. It's K silent.
Uh-huh.
All right?
Okay, from what law firm?
Chamin Bedinda.
Okay, spell that for me, please, too.
B-R-A-N-D-M-E-I-E-R.
Oh, I know that.
Right.
Okay.
That's my name.
Firm.
That's my name.
Pardon?
That's my name.
Okay, B?
Ma'am, Mrs. Brandmeier?
Yes.
This is Johnny. How you doing?
Fine.
I'm joking around with you.
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm joking with you. Mrs. Brandmeier.
Mrs. Brandmeier.
How you doing? Hey, but listen, aren't I a good speller?
Oh.
That's K is silent.
But I'm not a good listener.
You know what I like, though? You had the spunk a Brandmeier should have.
Oh, thank you.
Remember to subscribe, rate, and leave a review on an Apple Podcast or wherever you get your podcast. Rate, comment, follow, and share. Find us everywhere. Ooh, yeah.
You know why the show's going to be such a hit?
Tell me, Mark Wahlberg, why?
You know why the show's going to be such a hit?
No.
Because it's a fucking shit show.
You got that right.
I tell you what, it smells ungodly. That's what it smells like.
I'm with you on that, too. Later.
Time is running out. Final warning. Time is running out. Final warning.
Portions of this program have been transcribed. Other portions have been erased completely.
I gotta go
do a thing at a place.
All right, numbnuts. We've reached the end of another edition of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Jesus, why? Tell me why!
Pick up Johnny B face masks, mugs, shirts, collectibles, CDs, and more at BrandmeierShow.com. Just click merch when you get there.
I don't understand you.
When you visit, be sure to sign up for email updates.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Sign up to keep up with what's up.
That's how I roll.
Follow Brandmeier on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever podcasts are found. If you want, leave a review.
Hit it, Grandpa.
Johnny B's on Facebook at Facebook.com/Brandmeier Show.
Bitchin'.
And be sure to check out the official Jonathan Brandmeier YouTube channel.
Oh, Johnny, that's where I like it.
Watch Johnny B and subscribe for free at YouTube.com/Brandmeier.
You are erect, sir.
And leave a voicemail at 833-LOON line for entertaining, not complaining.
I hate to complain, but I have to.
I'm Jimmy Mack, and if you're into Star Wars, check out my show at RebelForceRadio.com for Star Wars news, celebrity interviews, and more.
I can't keep it all in my mind.
Thanks for listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Bingo!
Rate, comment, follow, and share. It's Brandmeier everywhere.
Johnny, B.
Click.